Man, I really wish Florida would make up its mind. Sky's looking pretty gnarly. Now, it's already rained here, stormed a little bit, but it almost looks like it's going to start again soon. And unfortunately, I do not know whose vehicle this is, and their back window is down, and it already got rained on once. Hopefully it didn't cause too many problems on the interior, but yeah, it looks like it's gonna start raining again here soon. And their window's down, and I have no way of getting a hold of whoever's vehicle this is to let them know. We can see here from the water still sitting on the JL Jeep Wrangler. We could definitely use a wax, but probably better suited for ceramic coating spray job, maybe, just to get us by. And this dirty little I don't want to say it, you know, we refer to vehicles as a particular gender, so I don't want YouTube to think I'm making any weird Freudian slips here, but this one's still dirty from our trip this summer, and just happy to see some sort of moisture from the rain, but it still needs a proper detail and can really use a full paint correction and ceramic coating. I don't know if the DJI mic will pick up the rumbling going on up there, but I can hear the thunder. I can hear the thunder, and I don't know, maybe it's just gonna make noise and we won't get another downpour here, but maybe we will. That Jeep is pretty menacing looking. The Jeeps are growing on me, I gotta say. The Jeep is my wife's vehicle, not this one, the green one. But the Jeeps themselves, the Wranglers, are growing on me. But hey, welcome back to the channel, or maybe I should welcome myself back, because it feels like I haven't been here for a while. And a lot's been going on. We've been traveling the country and exploring into Canada here recently. I got to put a lot of miles on that Porsche Macan GTS. We had a great time driving that, and I've been working on other channels, uploading videos to other channels, and now we are in the process of looking to buy a house, or maybe just move. We might end up renting again. The next rental would be a home instead of an apartment, and potentially after that we would buy. But you guys know what's going on, and we'll see how the market looks and how the prices are and how the interest rates behave, and more importantly, what homeowners insurance does here in Florida. But we'll save that conversation for another day, another video. For sure, a garage would be on the want list, and hopefully a 2-car garage. But where we are right now, where we live, typically we only see a 1-car. But when you creep up into the 7 figures, and things kind of open up for you a little bit. But either way, how y'all doing? I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of a experience that I had here recently, and something that I'm working on. And I was going to take a seat here on these chairs. They're a little wet, but they're not soaking wet. And so basically what it boils down to is me spending more time with you guys here, as I should, on this channel, and trying to get to somewhat of a normal upload schedule. But with that being said, I don't want to just try to meet an upload schedule only to say I put a video up that doesn't actually really connect with you guys, and most importantly with me, myself, and my own passion, which I do have a tremendous passion for cars, automobiles. My heart does tend to lean biasly towards Porsche, but I like all cars, trucks, vehicles, motorcycles, anything that really goes fast, really, sort of. Boats, jet skis, the list goes on and on. But I was actually watching Cars with Luke today, and more than likely you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. And he uploaded a video, a fantastically created video, which he always does. He never disappoints, of his 911 GT3, his 992 GT3. And it was titled something along the lines of, "The perfect road doesn't You couldn't pick a better title. I love the placement of the app that he used in that video, which now I want to see if the app is available in my area. But I already know, living in Florida, the perfect road does not exist. At least not my part. So odds are I would leave, honestly. I would venture out, and maybe I'll make this a to-do on my list here soon, to just head into Alabama and hit Barber. I'll go to Leeds, Alabama. I hit Barber, or maybe there's a racetrack here in Florida. Is it Sebring? I think it's Sebring. Maybe I can get in on a high performance driving event, or a Just Track It, or a J-Zilla, or I'm trying to remember the other one. Chin. You got Chin, and or a track night in America. Because that's probably going to be the closest I get to finding a really good driving road in Florida. And being able to push the vehicle to a more enjoyable limit without risking my driver's license and spending the night in custody. But in Cars with Luke's video, it dawned on me that it's not just about going fast. It's not just about going fast. It is literally about enjoying the drive. Really, truly. Everyone has this cliche phrase and saying, and I can attest to it. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. And literally, that's when I'm really most at peace, is during the journey, which is why this is our second summer in a row that we have spent driving thousands of miles and just being on the road and being a part of that journey. Now, I've got videos I've uploaded of this on another channel. If you guys have any interest in it, let me know, and I'll share that with you. But watching Cars with Luke, he wasn't pushing his 911. He was barely getting on his GT3, but he was enjoying the drive. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, there are very few vehicles out there that can allow you to enjoy the drive at a low rate of speed. And another cliche coming your way is, what's more fun than driving a slow car fast? Because odds are you're not going to get yourself in too much trouble by doing that. Case in point, any Miata, any MX-5, NA, NB, ND, or NC, ND, you really can't go wrong. Or the route that I took twice was a Honda S2000, but more recently was a Porsche 981 Cayman base, specifically for the sound and the PDK, which produced most of that sound with the way that it would shift. But ultimately, it was the most enjoyable driving experience of a car that I knew wasn't really going to get away from me. Now, granted, my 6th gen Camaro ZL1 was a blast, but it was scary sometimes, especially if you were trying to have a little bit of a spirited run on the street. It gets up there pretty quickly. My 5th gen Camaro, I kind of wish I still had it, but in the move to Florida, we just didn't have the space for it, so we had to get rid of it. And again, it comes down to the feel, the sound, and just really enjoying the drive, enjoying the scenery, enjoying the road, feeling of the steering, the inputs of the transmission and the RPM change and the intake and the exhaust. All these things play a part, which honestly, I don't know if I'll ever truly want an electric vehicle because of those reasons. Now, with that being said, I've never actually driven an electric vehicle, nor have I even attempted to drive an electric vehicle in a way that I would consider to be enjoyable. So maybe that'll be what I do next. I'll go on Turo and rent a Tesla. Hopefully it's a Model 3 Performance and or a Porsche Taycan. Although from what I'm hearing from you guys, the Porsche Taycan is not the way to go. Granted, Lucid does have a really impressive horsepower and torque figure on their model, but that car is a little bit too luxurious, in my opinion, for a driver's car. Somewhat of a cross between a driver's car and a grand touring car, which my Porsche Macan GTS really checks all boxes while I have a need for a back seat. However, I digress. But maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll try driving an EV in a fun and enjoyable way just to see what it's like. And odds are I'm willing to bet that without the input, without the feedback, much like a lot of folks were complaining about the loss of hydraulic steering and moving to electronic steering and losing just that little bit of feel, which again, my Porsche bias kicks in where Porsche has managed to quite possibly perfect the electric steering segment. This coming out of an F80 M3 competition, and there was a lot to be desired there in the steering, in the transmission, and that DCT, which actually, in my opinion, was a downgrade. And it's shifted slower than my E92, which if I could just sit down and have a talk with BMW, I could tell them how to build the perfect M3. But either way, conversation for another day, which will never happen. And the seatbelt. I wish there was a way to cinch the seatbelt and tighten it up in the M3, in the F80, for a more secure and feel like you held, you know. The seat bolsters were a little weak in my opinion. So again, there's no perfect car. I get it. I know it. But I'm getting off track here. It's about the drive. It's about the enjoyment of the drive. It's about the journey, not the destination. And ultimately, that was one of the things that actually kept me away from this channel. And I also think it was one of the things that, you know, had an impact on what I was actually trying to accomplish. And just being 100% honest with you, being blunt with you guys, my goal is across the board to turn my passion into a paycheck. Now, my passion includes talking to you, talking to people who talk like me and we speak the same language. My passion also includes creating content and making really nice videos. But my passion also includes cars, driving, experiencing the drive, the journey, the camaraderie, you know, a cool cruise wherever you're going to go. You know, you can't go wrong with that, especially if you're in the right crowd, which I got a chance to join Rensport once up in Tail the Dragon. And when you're in a group of folks that really know how to enjoy the drive, it just makes it that much better. Nothing against any other group of any other drivers or any other car club, but some of them get out of hand. They ruin it. A few bad apples will ruin it for everybody, and then it just destroys the whole drive altogether. Because it's not about smoking tires. It's not always about going as fast as humanly possible. It's not about breaking the 0 to 60 record. It's not about trying to set your own Nürburgring lap time, which odds are you never will. It's about enjoying the drive. And if you have that passion, then you understand what I'm saying. With YouTube, it's a similar route, similar road, really. And honestly, if I've got any other YouTube content creators out there, you may side with me on this, you may, again, speak my language in that the YouTube algorithm has changed drastically and considerably. But I think that the change is actually moving towards just that, connecting more so with the folks who have the same passion, who speak the same language as you. And if that's the case, then you too should be able to. I hope that you end up doing just that, if not having done so already, by turning your passion into a paycheck. But I'm really actually kind of pleased with the direction that the algorithm and the platform is going, and what I think is going to be the pivotal game changer in growing channels and connecting with real people. I hope we did that today. If you like this video, if you like my other videos, if you like cars in general, if you like talking cars, and look, guys, I'm not going to come to you here. Granted, I can't avoid being inspired by other creators, but I'm not going to bring you vehicle reviews, car reviews like everybody else. I'm not going to make crazy builds like everybody else. Odds are probably not. I'm just going to bring you what I find interesting and enjoyable, maybe my opinion on a few different other videos that I may come across on YouTube or other platforms, and that's pretty much it. Maybe at some point, one point in time, one day, maybe we cross paths and we just drive. Maybe we just meet up. Maybe, we end up at a caffeine and octane or coffee and cars or whatever it may be, and we just shoot the shit. That's going to be pretty much it. Maybe I get lucky. Maybe my local Porsche dealer here will bless me with some pretty cool vehicles to introduce to the channel, and we'll have a good time with it. But I'm not going to sit here and spew stats to you and all these numbers that you guys already know. And if you don't, you can easily check out on the website or a quick Google search, or just ask Siri. I'm just gonna bring you what I enjoy, bring you my passion, and not that I'm asking you guys for money, but granted, your support, watching the videos, sharing the videos, commenting on the videos, liking the videos, and subscribing to the channel will ultimately produce views and grow the channel and produce revenue and income producing opportunities and brand deals and paid sponsorships and the whole list and the whole nine. But with that being said, if you have any interest in doing this yourself, again, another one of my passions, and I don't mind sharing. So I've got several other channels that are in my collection, many of which are monetized, in addition to other channels that I work with, that I manage, that are monetized. So that's just it. I'm just trying to connect the dots and further build out what I consider to be most enjoyable to me, and I think a lot of other people. So, hey, I'm done running my mouth for now. I'll see you guys real soon, and I hope that you too find a way to turn your passion into a paycheck. You guys drive safe. I'll see you real soon. Bye.